It's a big listing day at Retrogames, but we've got to endure the long intro first.
I think I love retro games. I think I love retro games. I think I love retro games. I love the Retro Games show. I think I love retro games. I think I love retro games. I love the Retro Games show.
It's the Retrogames show.
Because it looks a bit like a mushroom. Oh yeah!
The Retrogames show.
Hello, it is me. It is Jace at Retrogames. Yee! You know who it is by now. If you're watching this, you've probably seen me before. Because why would you watch this unless you knew what it was? Just imagine if this picture of this screen was meant to encourage people to watch. It obviously doesn't, because not many of you do. But who cares? Who cares? I have a small dedicated audience and I love you all. Love's in the room. Love's in the room. Well, welcome to episode 2 of the Retrogames show. Yes, I quite like the new title. It kind of works, and a lot of people watched last week's show, so maybe it was better. It was the longest one I'd ever done. 50 minutes. Oh my goodness. But I've got a feeling we've had such a brilliant listing week that this week's might even be longer. I don't know yet. I haven't edited it, have I? I'm actually recording it now. This is live to the memory card right now. Okay. Now, newcomers to the Retrogames show, well, you might as well go back and watch the other one first. That's one way to get people to watch. Just keep advertising previous videos in the current video. I don't know why nobody's thought of that. Anyway, the Retrogames show, the introduction was so that I could do extra bits, not just what's new at Retrogames this week, but other bits and pieces. And so, I've done another bits and pieces. Here we go. Retro Facts.
The Sega Nomad is based on the rare portable Mega Drive produced for Japanese airlines, the Mega Jet. Released in 1995, and sold only in the United States, the Nomad is compatible with all Sega Genesis cartridges. It is not compatible with Mega CD, or 32X expansions. In theory, a handheld Mega Drive should have been a huge success, but as soon as it was launched, Sega turned their attention to the Saturn, and left sales to dwindle. The Nomad's ability to chew through 6 AA batteries in an hour and a half, and a screen refresh so slow it made it hard to keep track of the sprites, meant it wasn't on shelves for long. With no European or Japanese release, the console remains something of a Sega oddity, despite selling close to 1 million units.
So, what do we reckon of the Sega Nomad? Now, I've actually got 2 of them here. Very greedy, I know. This one, I've just bought this to show off really. This one is brand new, and I'm talking still sealed in the box. And we rarely see stuff like this. Let's just look at that. It's like it just came out of the Sega shop, if there was such a thing. Just imagine Big Apple store like Sega shops. What a good day would have been. Wouldn't they have been good? But there was no Sega shops. There was Woolworths. But anyway, obviously you couldn't buy this in the UK anyway. I'm just showing you that box because it's slightly better than this one. But it's the same. It's the same. I'm showing you 2 of the same thing. I don't know why. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so this is the Sega Nomad. Lovely in the box. And unlike the Game Gear, these are surprisingly more reliable, because the Game Gear is a lump of crud that never works after it's been turned off for more than a year. But the Genesis, the Nomad, the Genesis portable, a lot more reliable. No burst capacitors spilling their guts all over the circuit board, but they still work after being put away for a while. I'm going to get this one out of the box. I'll show you. So here we have. This is such a weird thing. So this is the battery bulge. The battery bulge. I've got batteries in this already because I got ready for this. I've got some batteries in there. It takes 6 batteries. It's heavy amount of power it requires because it is running, basically this is a Genesis Mega Drive console in handheld form and required a lot of power, and it's a bit of a beast. Let's open the other end, and see the actual console. This is nice. It's nice. This example still got its original poly bag, and there we have it. The odd wedge. Isn't it weird the way it's wider at the top end than it is at the bottom? Who designed this console, and why did you make it like that? Fat at the top, and narrow at the bottom. I mean, it's probably quite a groovy design. I can't think of any other handheld electronic game tabletop, like electronic cartridge-based console that is not symmetrical. They're always even on either side, but not this one. This one is proper. Let's have a look at the back. Proper weird. That's what I meant to say. So this is where the battery pack, the battery bulge, slots in, and I'm going to put that in for you now. I'll do that on the camera. So you've got the battery bulge, this horrible lump that stops it being it weighs a ton as well, 6 batteries, and just pushes down, and then you have, this is actually the console as you have to use it, unless you've got an external power supply. I think it's the same power supply as a Genesis. Anyway, I keep saying Genesis, you know, Genesis, American version of the Mega Drive, it's Mega Drive. You can play Mega Drive games on a Nomad, but only with an adapter, you know, one of those massive adapters that you have to stick something else in the top of. It's really ruining the portability of the console. Not exactly pocket sized anyway. It's a lot heavier than a Game Gear. It's a bit of a beast, but it takes regular cartridges. So let's show you the screen. Look, it's quite a small screen. I mean, especially by today's console standards, you know, we might have come a bit of a way with the Switch and the Steam Deck. But it's got the 6 buttons, you know, everyone wants 6 buttons for their fighting games. And very importantly, on the bottom you've got your contrast and your brightness, your volume and your brightness, headphone socket, and controller 2. Yes, you could play 2-player games on this handheld, which might not sound that exciting now because of the Switch and everything, but back then this was pretty mega. You could play 2 players on a portable console. So let's power it up and have a look. I brought a couple of games. Let's try it. Thunder Force 4, is it? Thunder Force 3. Thunder Force 3. Can't read the numbers. It's Roman numerals. I'm as good as Roman, aren't I? I look very Italian. I'm not Italian. I've put this cartridge in. You can see, and they just slot in like a normal, like on the top of your Mega Drive, and then just push it in, and it's in. Now this is where it doesn't work, and I let the whole show down. But let's see if we can get some life out of this. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. Let's see if I can play this from a funny angle. It's a bit slow. We have the music. We have the music. Let's go A. Oh, there we got start down here. Start. Yeah, start. Let's just see the gameplay before my arms hurt. They're already going. Am I meant to be selecting something? Oh no, we're off. We'll play, Jason. Not doing anything. I honestly cannot see a thing. I'm trying to get it a bit closer. But as you can see, it's a pretty good screen. It's a lot better. There's a lot more detail in there than there is in the... I'm obviously being absolutely rubbish because I'm holding it at a ridiculous angle and I can't even see the screen. Trying to get it straight on the camera. But it's better. I mean, it's got that fuzzy CRT look of a Game Gear, but I'm sure there is more pixels there. Let's try a different game. See, I can't make it any worse. Come on. One more game. I brought Jungle Strike. Yes, CA's Jungle Strike, sequel to Desert Strike. You all know that game. It's got a helicopter in it. Oh, it doesn't like this one. This is a classic tip for all you newbies. Oh yeah. How often do it? Yeah, and it works now. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a stupid trick, and you tell people about it, and they don't believe it works, but it does work. Oh, it's not working. What sort of bloke am I? Try again. We've gone double blow. I'm not going to hold it up to the camera until I know. We've got the license stuff is fine again. No. No, one more time. The old in and out trick. Do you know that one? Of course you know that one. You're retro gamers. You know about the in and out trick. Well, you even have to do that on a Nomad. I do like the name Nomad. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Nomad. Yeah, it's a great name for a handheld. What a waste it's on this. Like the Nintendo Nomad. That really works, doesn't it? Hey, it's working, it's working. The in and out trick worked. Let's have a look. I'll press the start button. I might be able to play this bit better, mate. Do you think? Yeah, it just shows the action. Shows the White House. That's it. I want to be the White House and the helicopter. Yeah, stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, blowing missiles. As you can see, it's a game and it's working. And it's a handheld version of the full game of Jungle Strike. And it's pretty awesome, isn't it? And I know you can play this in emulation. You can play this on any old... Yeah, anyway, that's enough. That's enough. It works. You can play all these games on emulators. Sure, you can play Mega Drive games on little tiny pocket games now. But this is proper original Sega hardware. And a massive flop. Such a flop. It never got released outside the USA. But you know, even though it's got the horrible battery bulge and its old wedge shape, you can kind of see what they were aiming for. And it's a hell of a lot better console than the Game Gear. We can all agree on that. So yeah, Sega Nomad. What do you think? Ah, welcome back. It's still me. I know I've just changed my shirt. It's still, but it was recorded on a different day. So it's like something different. It was like a segue, a segment, like a magazine show. But I'm only doing one because there's so much stock to cover today. So, I mean, what else can I say other than what's new at Retrogames this week? And it has been a mega... I promised you this last week. I said the good stuff is going to start pouring onto the site. And oh, yes indeedy, it has. And I'm going to try and do this a bit better. I'm going to try and show you some of the games running while I'm talking about them. Yes! So you can actually see what the game's like, not just the box. No, the box is the best. Everyone knows the box is the most important part. Well, if you're a retro gamer, you kind of think it is. We can't help it, can we? We can't help loving inlays, boxes, cardboard inserts, polyanas. Just imagine if you're a retro gamer and you're married to someone called Pollyanna. If that's you, you must write in and let us know. It's very, very unlikely. Okay, let's start with the first item, and it's a big one. The first item is heavy. Yes, it's a PlayStation 4 game. Yes, it is retro. As soon as format isn't current, and yes, you can say, yes, they're still releasing things on PS4. They are, but it's not the current console. PS5 is. So as soon as PS5 came out, we started stocking PS4. And selfish Nintendo are still not upgrading the Switch, so we can't call it retro yet. But I think the Switch is going to be a mega retro format, and I can't wait for people to start selling me their Switch collections. I might even start buying them early. If you've got Switch stuff you want to get rid of, you might as well send us an email and see how much we'll pay. Anyway, let's talk about this. This is Ni no Kuni 2, the sequel to one of the best ever level 5 role-playing games. Fabulous. I loved it. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, I think this game is, well, it's the dogs. It's better. It's better. And it's Studio Ghibli did the graphics. It's like playing a film. Yeah, an anime film. Not okay, yeah, not a real live action film, but an anime film. And anyway, this is the Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom King's Edition. And there's nothing we like more than a ridiculously huge box for a very small disc. So let's open it up. I thought it's just got such a nice... I mean, the slipcase is nice, but the inner box, oh my, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, if you're a Studio Ghibli collector, forget about games, you don't even play games. But if you like Studio Ghibli stuff, like, you know, Spirited Away and all those brilliant films, then this is a lovely item to have. You almost expect Totoro to be inside when I lift the lid, but he's not. He's not. It's a very quality box. Can you tell by the way it's lifting there? It's like there's a lot of suction. It's very thick and heavy. And look at that, straight away we've got, you know it's a sign of quality when you have got this fabric ribbon strap to pull the things out. That's the marker of quality. It's got a ribbon, it is the business. And what is this thing in the top, you're thinking? It's only a record. Yeah, a vinyl record. And I don't want to get you too excited, but can you see that? It pops up. It's like a pop-up sleeve LP of the whole gang from the game. Oh, just get the record out, because, you know, I have a bit of history with records. I just thought I'd show you the record. You don't get many video game related records, but of course it's a picture disc, and look at this. I mean, taken out of the box set, this would be a lovely record in a record fair. I'm sure it would sell for good money. It's a lovely thing. Perfect condition, never played, because nobody ever wants to touch the things that came in their free special edition. God forbid I get my nasty fingers on there. Yeah, but it's got my fingers on now. I'm being careful, I'm being careful. Lift the ribbon, there's more. Yeah, look at this book. Look at the lavish, amazing quality book. The art of, I don't really want to open it too much because oh, look at all the artwork from the from making of the game. It's just lavish. One day I do hope to go to the Studio Ghibli Museum in Tokyo, because I'm a big fan of all that stuff. And I think that book, maybe it's on sale there. Maybe it is. And we've got the game in it. I've got more ribbons, more ribbons. Let's pull this. We've got the game sealed there, but we've also got a special steel case for when you open it, you can put it inside. And this has got more crud, no stuff inside. It's got postcards. Yes, and they've got spaces for the stamps. Has anybody ever sent one of these cards? I dream of one of these cards coming to me through the post saying, "Hey Jace, I used the postcard." Please do that, do that. It will definitely get on the show if you send me a game promo postcard. Just for laughs. Just to shut me up about people never using the postcards. Because let's be honest, who uses postcards? Unless you're on holiday. Maybe this would be a holiday purchase. You've gone to the seaside, you thought, need some postcards. I know, there's some free in this Ni no Kuni box set, I'll buy that. Now let's have a look. This is the big, there's always one special item in these mega box sets. Like the King's edition. And this is fit for the King. And we have a King now, so he'd appreciate this, I'm sure. It's still hard to get out of the box, even with the ribbon. Let's go. Oh, now I know you're desperate to see this. Let's put that to one side. Let's lift the lid on. Let's have a look. What the heck can it be? What can it, I know what you're thinking. What the heck is it? A doorbell? It could be a doorbell. It's not a doorbell. It's this. This beautiful thing. Let's have a look. It's a music box, and it's so nice to take these out, because so often we get these lovely box sets and nobody wants to take the freebies out because you know, because they're going to get touched by human skin. So doing the show, it gives me an excuse to get them out of the box. And look at this, absolutely brand new. It's got a different person on the other side, and of course it's a music box. Let's give it a wind. Oh, it spins. Okay. Isn't that incredibly moving? If you're responsible for making this as a freebie, I am moved. Okay, let's move on. We'll leave that playing in its box. That'll be fine. That'll stop in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try and put this back a little bit. Just, oh, excuse the tunes. At least this one won't get stuck in your head. It's shushed. It's shushed. Let's put the book back in. Put the back. Oh, got to leave the ribbons out. Leave the ribbon out there. Put the book in. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves. This is a bit dull. Putting games back. Whoever wanted to put games back? Let's put the lid on. Oh, just such a beautiful thing, though, isn't it? I mean, if you'd have gone back to the 8-bit days and thought games are going to come with all this gumph, all this paraphernalia, they're going to make massive box sets of games. Just imagine it's Attic Attack and it came with the proper key of ACG, bronze key. I should have thought about that. But you know, just imagine if we had all this stuff in an 8-bit game. And I suppose time-wise, you know, this, it might not be that super rare a collectible at the moment, because you can still pick this up, you know, it's worth 70 to 100 quid, around that sort of level. But for, I think it sold for more when it came out. But you can think in 10 years time, or maybe 20, 30, maybe 40 years time, people are going to go, what? For a game? It's a big commitment as well, isn't it, for a collection? If you're going to keep your games collection for the entirety of your life and only going to get rid of it when you're very old and ready to cark it, this is a big lump of stuff that you're going to be hauling around for your whole life, isn't it? Every house you go to, you know, it's going to end up in a loft at some point, and then it's going to be like, oh, you've got that crap in the loft, love, you're going to get rid of it, and oh, you know, I don't know. Nobody's going to be, I suppose you could have that music box out and about on a dressing table. Because it was so moving. It would be so moving. But no, it's quite pointless. Let's get on. Let's get on, because I've got a lot of stuff to show you today. And I know what you're asking. What's in the box? Yeah, what's in the box? What's in the box? Well, let's start, because it was a massive week at Retrogames for Super Famicom. Yeah, Super Famicom fans. Now, you know what Super Famicom is, because you're all seasoned retro gamers, but for those who are just watching over someone's shoulder, the Super Famicom is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo, and it's not as popular. I mean, it's got super rare games that didn't come out in any other territory, but us Western gamers, we shy away a bit. I mean, they have picked up massively in value in probably only the last 3 to 4 years, I would say. Before that, you could pick up virtually all Super Famicom games relatively cheaply. And there's mega rarities, which I'm going to show you some of. I don't know, I imagine it's the language barrier. I guess people think, oh no, it's Japanese, don't like it. Nihongo Benkyo Shimasu. Learn Japanese. You're a retro gamer, you need to learn Japanese. I mean, back in the early 2000s, all the great games were in Japan. We had rubbish coming out. My collection was all Japanese, all the way through to 2010. All the best stuff was Japanese. So you've got to commit. You've got to commit to the retro gaming life, and a bit of Japanese certainly helps you on your way. Now let's stop the rambling and show you a ruddy game. And let's start with this one. Firemen didn't come out on any other formats, and you should be able to see it running now. Can you see it running? Yes. I'm running the game at the same time. I've got these, because we put all our nice games in these plastics, they are going to be a bit fiddly for me to open, but I'm going to show you some. Let's look at this box. Beautiful. Let's just show you. I mean, the thing about Japanese games, and this is what makes collecting Super Famicom or Famicom so enjoyable, is because, and this is a cultural thing, Japanese people really look after their stuff. You can't compare the condition of this to your average SNES game, because us Westerners, we just, oh yeah, that's just the box, oh yeah, or the game shop, oh that's alright, mark a pen on the box, or just stick a load of really hard to remove stickers on it, or anything. But in Japan, the care that they put to looking after stuff means that here we are, like 30 years later, and they're immaculate, they're beautiful things. They retain all their vibrancy. I mean, they're just incredible. Let's move on, because I've brought down, I think I brought 16 Super Famicom games today. 16, let's get on to the next one. And the next one is Super Valis. Super Valis, again, not a game that you'll be particularly familiar with. But check out the graphics. Look at this, isn't it nice? Super Valis. I'll do me special grip, open the box, and again, look, absolutely beautiful. I don't think it's just, oh yeah, you've got the no, look at the look at that manual. It's absolutely beautiful, but they also keep all the crud that you get with it. So you've got the, I mean, look at this, you get this, look at that. You get this warranty card, you get this telling you how to plug it in. Telling you how to plug your Super Famicom in. I mean, lots of bonus. Everybody kept everything absolutely fantastic. I mean, if Retrogames was based in Japan, we would have such mega stock, wouldn't we? But then we'd have no Spectrum and Commodore. But then I wouldn't have grown up with Spectrum and Commodore, so I wouldn't care. But we'd have no Atari. Well, we'd have a little bit of Atari, but not so much. It would all be PC Engine, Neo Geo, Super Famicom. Yeah, actually I think being British retro gamer is probably the best country in the world to be a retro gamer. That is a subject for debate. But I would say British retro gaming, we had the biggest share of all the formats. And so many companies started out here. And all those little back bedroom studios and people making games in their bedroom. It's just amazing being a UK retro gamer, actually. So, scrub that. Carry on, Jace. Oh, here's a game you actually have heard of. This is a beautiful copy of Final Fight 2. There is 3 Final Fight games. Isn't there? Final Fight 3. Oh, there's Final Fight Guy. So there's 4. There's Final Fight 2, Final Fight Guy, Final Fight 3. Yeah, I think so. And these did get Western release. I think there's limited PAL of Final Fight 3, one of the rarest SNES games. But people don't cherish the. I mean, look at this. It's still in its plastic. It's absolutely gorgeous. Move on, Jays. We've got to get through these. That's 3 down. 3 down. 13 to go. Unlucky for some. That's right. We're flying through these. Get to see the gameplay. Final Fight 2. Let's keep going. Something different now. Sonic Blast Man. This did not come out for the SNES. This is, I think, mainly I picked interesting ones that didn't come out for the SNES. Do I need to open it? Yeah, keep opening it. It's doing it now. Sonic Blast Man. This is a platformer, action platformer. Very highly rated and in very beautiful condition. Yes, I love it. I love all these Super Famis. And I am really glad that they've picked up in value. I'm thinking we're a little way away from Japanese N64 picking up value. It's definitely growing, but I think we're probably 4 years away. 4 years away to where Japanese N64 is really sought after, and we're talking 100 quid plus games. Oh, this one's got a mega title. This one. Let me show you this one. Let's pretend I'll pretend to know the title. Well, I'll just show you this. This is Shin Neketsu Kuwa Kunio Tachi no Banka. You knew that! You knew that! Yeah, it's a mixture of racing and arcade action. Beautiful game. Never came out. SNES. You can see it running. What do you think of it? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. Yeah, I enjoy playing this one. I'm getting out of the box now. I'll just show you the insides. Just because it's getting a habit now. Getting a habit. We're marching on. Look at that. Absolutely stunning by Technos. They released a lot of stuff for the Super Famicom and for the Famicom. I love these poly trays. Aren't they a lot better than the card inners we get in SNES? They're beautiful. You know, they just keep the box lovely and uniform. Whereas cardboard's always squashable, isn't it? Squashable. Moving on, that's 5 done. 5. Yeah, got time, carry on. Here's a classic. Here's something else you've heard of. Ghouls and Ghosts. The classic Ghouls and Ghosts. Again, absolutely beautiful. And what better than an original Japanese? You've got to remember the Japanese version. Super Famicom came out before the SNES. So these games are the original versions. This is the first Super Nintendo version of Ghouls and Ghosts, you know. Just by... The games weren't released simultaneously back then. In the 90s, games were released... I mean, the Super Famicom games, I mean, they probably came out 2 years before the UK one. I'd imagine. It's around there. Well, maybe not. Maybe not 2. Maybe 1 though. Super Famicom came out... Didn't it come out about 1.5 years before the SNES? I don't know. Obviously Famicom as well. Was that 1983, and we didn't get the NES didn't really get traction in the UK until 1986. So yeah, 3 years for Nintendo to realise there wasn't just the Japanese market. Let's carry on. You've got another one. This is another one with a funny name. This is Hamlin no Violin Hickey, and it's a violin is not often used as a weapon in in games, but in this game it is. Let me just get this out for you and give it a bit of a show. Violins, yeah, look, you see this? It's a pretty cool action game, never released outside of Japan. That's what makes these games so special. You know, if you're a SNES collector, it's pretty boring, really. There's not that many new games to find, is there? There's obviously the really super rare ones, but you can't really fill your library with loads of different games. I mean, games that you've never played before, games that you don't know about. But the Super Famicom opens all that up to us in the West. There's games we do not know about. There's games that we have no experience of, that were never ever meant to be released in the West. And I don't know, I find that very exciting. It's one of your favourite consoles, and there's all this new stuff you've never played before. It's pretty brilliant, isn't it? Carry on. This is a very rare one. This is King of Dragons. It's a Capcom game. Never came out in the UK. I'll just show you that there. King of Dragons. It's a bit Game of Thrones at the moment, isn't it? King of Dragons. So again, absolutely immaculate, isn't it? Oh my God! Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, I love it. King of Dragons there. You had enough of Super Famicom yet? There's more! There's more! Sorry, let me get through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 more. Is there 10 more? Did I not bring them? Doesn't look like 10 more. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe I brought 16. Okay, this is Macross. This is Macross Scramble Valkyrie. Yes, very nice shooter, which we never... Well, I mean, why wouldn't they release this for the SNES? It's brilliant. I don't know why they... I mean, there's a lot of companies. I mean, I'm surprised someone like Telegames, who like to import and rebrand foreign games, didn't think, actually, there's a massive potential here to release Super Famicom games for the SNES. But they didn't. So, the only way you can get them is Japanese. And I think the Super Famicom collectors, not much more to say, is there, but I think Super Famicom collectors, they're pretty die-hard, aren't they? They're like proper... I think if you collect a Japanese format quite intensely, then you're a proper retro gamer, aren't you? You're proper... I really know about games. You know, you're not just pretending. It's not just like some things you had from your childhood. You are searching out rare games, and there's not many that come as rare as Hagain. Hagain, I've always called it Hagain. This is one of the rarest games, both on Super Famicom and on the SNES. I think we've had it for the SNES. We're talking £1,000 territory here for the UK one. And again, this is an immaculate version of it. We haven't had this in stock for a long time. I'll show you it running. Yeah, look at it. It's bloody stunning. Again, it makes me want to play it. It makes me want to play it again. Oh God. I know. I play these back and I think I need some therapy. What? Your idea of funny in the rest of the world is slightly different, Jason. This isn't going to work. But you know, I'll keep going. Keep going. Again there. Again. Let's keep going. Oh, here's a classic you all know and love. And it's beautiful. I think this is so much nicer than the SNES version. Can you see what it is yet? Don't mention Rolf. It is Super Metroid. Yes, the legendary, groundbreaking. Well, it's a Metroid. They call it Metroidvanias, don't they? Something now, Metroidvanias. They're platform games with guns, really, aren't they? Turrican-esque. Is that what we said in another show, didn't we? but don't you think this is such a more... Isn't this more beautiful than the SNES one, in that big horrible box that gets squashed with the giant book that gets dog-eared? And then you just got this really neat, beautiful Super Metroid, nice and simple, fabulous. I mean, it's got a fabulous... I mean, I love the Retrogames logo, of course I do, but Super Metroid, it's just red and orange letters. It's just... But it looks so bold and striking and stunning. I love this. You could stick Super Metroid, the name, on breakfast cereal and I'd be buying it. I don't even eat breakfast cereal. It just looks it's of the time. It's like that early 90s exciting font. Oh, I know, pathetic, isn't it? One of the greatest games of all time, and he's going on about the font. Keep going. Yes, here's an unusual one. Hensai Zaru Kun no Daibuken. Yes, this has got monkeys in it. It's a monkey puzzle platform. No, I think it's a puzzle game. You'll see that in the screens here. You can see it running. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Pretty good. Well, look at it now. It's got a guy on the back. It's got a monkey. I mean, you would never get away with using a monkey to promote a game now, would you? That's a real monkey, and I'm not talking a monkey like me, like a big ape. I'm talking like an actual monkey wearing a backpack and shorts. Now that is pretty... That is pretty amazing. I'm thinking, I wonder what that's going through that monkey's mind when he did that. The hell have you... I know, actually, I've just sussed it out. Why have you stapled my hand to a TV? Cheeky. Cheeky. Let's get this one out. I've got them all out, so I might as well get it out. Yeah, lovely. Beautiful. Got a beautiful manual. Well kept. Super Famicom game. Famicom, the word Famicom, you might know, comes from the word family computer. I can think of little. There's not many words that would describe a SNES, but family computer doesn't really. It's not a computer for starters, and most of your family will hate you for having one. maybe that's more of it. Let's keep going. Not many left. This is Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing, and Gundam, hugely successful anime cartoon series. This is a fighting game. I'm going to open it. I'm fed up of these sleeves. Get onto a different format, Jason. It'll be a bit quicker. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. What do you think of it? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's got a Capcom feel about it, but it's not. It's by Bandai. Yeah, lovely, beautiful thing. And Gundam's collectible in its own right. People collect Gundam stuff. Lots of toys like Transformers. It's like Japanese Transformers. Is that offensive to anyone? Possibly. Do I care? Not really. Not really. I'm calling Gundam Japanese Transformers. Get over yourselves. What's left? Rushing Beat. More fighting action. Yeah, fighting action. Rushing Beat. This is the third game in the series. Yes, there's 3 of them. None of them released. So was it his Rival Turf? Rival Turf is Rushing Beat 1, isn't it? I think. I'm testing my old memory glands. A little bit more bashed up, this one. You can see it's got some spine wear. And to be honest, more interesting because I can talk about a bit of damage. It's easier to talk about, but it's a really good beat 'em up. This is the rarest, the most highly sought after. The contents are absolutely lovely, of course. It is Super Famicom. Rushing Beat 3. I think Rushing Beat, you know this word. You know this word. Rushing Beat Shura. Shura. Let's go. What's next? There's not many. Get any more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more, is it? 2 more. Here we go. This one is called Popful Mail. Popful Mail, yes, that is right. Another game that we didn't get. Another scrolling around Strider-a-thon, I think, isn't it? What do you think? Does it look like Strider, or am I completely making it up? Now you can see it running. You can see it running, and you know if I played it or not, don't you? Because I'm saying it's like Strider. And you're going, it's nothing like Strider. This guy's started. What's he on about? Choose the R word. And here we go. It's a bit sexy, that front. It's got a lot of thigh there, kicking someone there. Yeah, typical Japanese anime arcade action game, unreleased outside of Japan. Worth a mention. Worth a dimension. One more Famicom. One more. What's that? It is. Oh, it's a good. It's Rockman Forte. Rockman Forte. This is a missing Mega Man. We know it's Mega Man. Mega Man 2. And Mega Man in Japan is Rockman. That's a big cartoon series. A big cult thing over there. Mega Man. Oh, Rockman. See, I've even forgot already. And yeah, really good action blasting platformers. Highly rated. This one highly sought after because it wasn't released outside of Japan. Can you imagine a Mega Man game didn't come out in the West? Why? Surely it would have done well. He would have, especially in the US. Mega Man did well in the US, I'm sure it did. Phew! That's the end of the Super Famicom. Let's cover something else! So what format's next? Well, okay, it is the PlayStation 1. Now we haven't shown much PS1 stuff on here, but this week was a mega week for role-playing game fans. We had so many amazing role-playing games for PlayStation 1. And not the low-value UK issues, but the original USA issues, which for some reason American games are worth more than British European versions. I don't know why, because they're the same game. I mean, it's not for all titles, but role-playing games generally more expensive for the American ones. Let's start. The first one I'm going to rush through these because so many is Star Ocean. Yes, Star Ocean. I can show you. Oh, it's got 2 discs. It's got the manual there. It's got that. I'm going to rush through these because I've got a lot of games to cover today. Yeah, lots more. I know we've already done enough. Star Ocean. We've got Wild Arms here. Wild Arms. That's like me when I'm trying to sleep. I'm restless after I had a drink. Wild Arms, my wife would say. She would never say that. Oh, look at these. This is interesting. These are the PlayStation branded CD trays, which are good, aren't they? Because this is a 1-disc game, but they love to make 1-disc games in all these double cases. Oh, look, we've got to be a bit of we've got to have a bit of this in there just to keep it stable. There's the disc. I mean, you knew it was going to have a disc. Maybe I'll just show you the fronts and backs. Wild Arms, Alundra 2, even. Again, role-playing goodness. Alundra 2. 1,000 Arms. That's not 1,000 Wild Arms, just 1,000 Arms. This one's quite a rare one. They're all pretty rare. There's so much great role-playing stuff for US PlayStation 1 that we never got. Oh, what? PlayStation OG, I mean. That's one for the regular viewers. Keep going. Vandal Hearts. Oh, this did come out in the UK. This is the Konami's Vandal Hearts. Oh, there's Wild Arms 2. Yeah, so we've got Wild Arms, 1,000 Arms, Wild Arms 2. Everything to do with your arms. Let's have a look in that one. Beautiful. These are immaculate condition. Most of the discs, 10 out of 10. Yes, they came from a collector who didn't really like them. Or, no, cared for them. And all the better for it. Vagrant Story, classic Squaresoft. That came out in the UK. It's a big popular game in any region, that one. This is a rare one, Threads of Fate. This is more an arcade adventure. I'll show you a bit of this one. This is Threads of Fate. Very, very nice arcade action. Still an adventure sort of game. Very rare. Did come out. I think this did come out in the UK. No. I'm thinking As Your Dreams, and I'm thinking that because I think it's here. Grandeur, or Grandeur. It could be Grandeur, couldn't it? All these years I've called it Grandeur, but it actually could be Grandeur, though that is spelled differently. Big game, sequel as well. It's big on Dreamcast as well, Grandeur, wasn't it? Grandeur 2. Beautiful, lovely. Keep going. Saga Frontier. How many of these has he got? How many have you got? How many role-playing games have you listed this week? It's been a busy week. I told you, autumn. The autumn bug at Retrogames. We love it. Saga Frontier. Another rare one. Legend of Mana, related to the Secret of Mana series from the SNES. But there's a Legend of Mana, classic role-playing action, also related to all those brilliant Squaresoft games. There's traces of, you could probably have a family tree. Chrono Trigger would be on it. Breath of Fire 4. I think we listed 3 as well this week, though I didn't put that in my box. I can't put everything in the box. I can't put everything in my box. Keep going, Jace. There's more. Yeah, Suikoden. I don't call it Suikoden, but I don't know if that's how you meant to say it. Again, lovely. Got the lovely. Oh, we've got the lovely bubbly. A bit of bubbly. Just keep it safe. Suikoden. What else have we got? There's more. Oh, now I always think this one's a bit of a funny one to say. Legend of Legaia. Legaia. Nobody has ever released a video saying how to say these titles, have they? So I've only ever read it for the last 20 years. I've been reading this. Legaia. Oh, you know, get over yourselves if you don't think that's good enough. What do you call it? Leggy? Legend of Leggy? It's not Legend of Leggy. It's Legend of Legaia. Keep this stuff going all day. This is easy for me. This is easy for me. Okay, oh, really rare. The first Alundra, and this is beautiful. Look at that. It's got a metallic-y sheen, and this is the first issue. There's actually 2 issues of this, and this one I could actually got something to show in this one because it's got the map. Is it the map? Yes, very beautiful. Little map, and it's kind of like a strange sort of plasticky paper that's robust. That's not the only good thing about this version though, because this version has got the embossed manual. I don't know if you can see that. That is raised up. That is bobbly. It is bobbly. Yes, you can feel his sword. I can't help myself. Yeah, I can feel his sword. Thank you. Alundra 2. No, Alundra 1. That was Alundra 1, wasn't it? What else you got, JC? Oh, there's the game I was just talking about. As Your Dreams. As Your Dreams, very highly rated role-playing game from Konami. There's the back there. As You're Dreaming About Me. Saga Frontier 2. That's the sequel to Saga Frontier. You could work that out. Let's have a look what it's got in there. It's got a game. It's got the manual. It's complete. It's lovely. It's beautiful. But there's more. They can't have more. It's almost more of this stuff than there was the Famicom, Super Famicom. Yes, Brave Fencer, Musashi, Brave Fencer, another rare role-playing. Where's more arcade? This one, oh, you'd played this. You've played this. Did it come out in the UK? Did it? Is there a sequel on PS2? I think there is. It's been a while since I played this. Yeah, it's going. It comes with a free 1998 collector's CD, Volume 2, full of demos. Brilliant. Brave Fencer. Keep going. Oh, we've got a sealed one. Yeah, there's some sealed stuff too. And that's Final Fantasy VIII. And everybody knows what that is. Final Fantasy VIII. Seminal role-playing game. But it is sealed and is a proper factory seal. And I know you guys get excited about games you can never play. So I thought I'd put it out. What we got? There's still more. Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross, isn't this related to Secret of Mana as well, is it? Oh, I don't know. Chrono Trigger, is it? Yeah, Secret Chrono Trigger. Is it related to Chrono Trigger? You can tell me. I don't know if I even care. I played Chrono Trigger a long time ago, and I don't really think it's overrated. Is it overrated? I thought Secret of Mana was a better game. Shoot me. Let's keep going. Oh, there's more. Legend of Dragoon. This is not related to Panzer Dragoon for all you Dragoon fans, or you know, Panzer Dragoon RPG. This is not related to that. But it is a role-playing game involving dragons. And look at this. Isn't that lovely? You know, I've said that, and now you're going to say, of course it's related. It's the game. It's the spin-off game. Oh, it comes on 4 discs. 4 discs. Highly sought after. Was released in the UK. It's £100 in the UK, easy. Rare game. Any more PS1 role-playing games? Yes, there is. There's really rare ones. There's this. Oh, I love getting these things. We haven't had one of these for a while. This is Lunar Silver Star Complete. This is a PS1, PlayStation 1, USA box set. Not released outside of the US. Now let's open this carefully. Open here. Let's open this. This comes with stuff. Oh, I love it. There's loads of stuff in here. So there's we've got the game. There's the game. Yeah, you've got your game. It's got no screenshots on the back, which is weird, but it's got a bit of a body. You can see this lady's body, which is unexpected. An unexpected bonus. Not unexpected boner. Oh, I've said a rude word on my channel. Stop it, Jay. Stop it. And then you see it comes with the soundtrack. It's got the full soundtrack there, and the game, and well, it's all the games, isn't it? It's the compilation of the Lunar Star series, Lunar Silver Star Story. No, anyway, you've got this beautiful book, and it's got a ribbon. It's got a ribbon in it, so you can mark your pages. It's never been viewed properly. Nobody's read this on a train. This is lovely, beautiful book in fabulous condition. And here we have the special. I don't want to break the seal. It's a shame it's still sealed in there, but it is a fabric map. And if anything shouts quality, it's fabric. You know, takes me back to the old what's it, Ultima days, isn't it? Oh, the Ultima adventures with their fabric maps. I love them. I love them. I should hang them on the wall like tapestries, gaming tapestries of old. They could make great tea towels. I'll cover that when we show an Ultima role-playing game on the channel. I'm sure they come in off. We'll do one. So next time I see a tea towel, it's coming on the show. Okay. There's one more PS1, and it's another big one, and it's the other one that everyone wants, and that is Ark the Lad Collection. Oh my God, beautiful. Beautiful. I know what you're thinking. How can you have so many amazing games on the show this week? I know. It's phenomenal, isn't it? And this is good. It's got a little flappy lid. So did Silver Star Story, actually. But yeah, it flaps open the front with a bit of Velcro to keep it down. And then we open that up, and there's even more stuff free in this one. Even more stuff. You've got the game. Is there going to be a botty? No, but there is no screenshots. It's another one of those, no screenshots on there. And what's the disc situation is, it's got loads of discs in it. Look, this opens up like, what? Flaps. 3. Oh, and then another 2 on this side, is it? Well, hang on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 discs. 4, 5, 6 discs. Wow, that is a lot. It's all the different Ark the Lad games. Got the Ark the Lad. It's very similar to the last book. It's got the red ribbon. Again, never been read on the underground. And then we've got this box. Now this box is the special bit. This has got stuff in it. I'm all about the stuff. You know that. Oh no, it's magnetic. I know that. Yes, it opens like this, and got a little piece of wafer tissue paper just to keep things nice. And then we've got some 4 badges. We've got an Ark the Lad memory card case for your PlayStation 1 memory card, and we've got this. There's some sort of flipping game. Place your fingers on the stand. The little standees of the game characters, but still sealed in their little packet. Beautiful. Oh, don't forget to put the tissue paper back. Oh, they're not badges, are they? They're thumbstick covers. They're thumbstick covers to go on the controllers. Wow, that's nice, isn't it? You could really spoil them with your big greasy fat thumbs. Right, let's see if I can get this back in the box, and let's get away from PS1. We have covered PS1, so we started PS4. We went Super Famicom. We went PS1. What could be next, Jace? What have you got? Well, how about Sega Saturn? We've got something for the Sega Saturn, and that is this. It is Gradius Deluxe Pack. And I love this game, Gradius Deluxe Pack on the Saturn. So I'm going to just show you a bit of it going. Yes, look at this thing. Oh, Gradius is amazing. It's Gradius 1 and 2. Slightly revamped for the Saturn for the 32-bit console. And I really like this. I really chose this because it's got some great crud in there. Of course, it's got the legendary. It's got the spine card. It's got the spine card. Everybody gets excited about Sega games that have got their spine cards because they're often missing. And we've got something like these. I mean, we've got a win something with the strip. It's Japanese, but you can win something. Get the soft. Get a soft, and you can scrape that off with a pen and see if you've won. We've got the little registration card, but we've got these. We've got another insert here to show how to use them. This is the instruction insert for these, and these are papercraft versions of the spaceship that you fly in Gradius, and you can actually make it out by folding up this amazing insert. You can make a Vic Viper. Vic Viper sounds like a pub singer, doesn't he? Oh yeah, Vic Viper. You've seen him. Beautiful. I love games with extra stuff. It's sad, isn't it? But this actually is a good game too. Sometimes it's just about the stuff, but Gradius, no, classic shooter. Nemesis to you, Nemesis. It's Nemesis in the West. It's a classic. for the Saturn. And they've got a Mega CD game. Yeah, Mega CD. We're still on the Sega tip. And that is Final Fight. Final Fight we talked about. We showed Final Fight 2, I think, on the Super Famicom. Is Final Fight Japanese for the Mega CD. One of those standout, probably one of the best games. One of the best games put out on the Mega CD. We agreed on that? We agreed. I think we are, aren't we? Final Fight. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. What we got next? Just something silly, this one. This is it's just so cute. Usually, this is an amiibo. It's an amiibo, and it's NES Rob, the robot that came with the special versions of the NES for Gyromite and, you know, picking up things to do that. And these are so cute. And this has got to be my favourite of all the amiibos. And these are like the little magnetic things that you stick on your Switch and get extra things in the games. But so often, us collectors, we keep these in the box. You never get to touch them because everyone's kept it sealed in the box, and it just seems such a pity. And it's such a nice thing. It's actually so much better out of the box. So I'm putting it to you guys, your amiibo collections, break the seals! Break the seals! Sounds like I'm at a seal culling convention. I'm not. Break the seals on your amiibos. Get them out of them boxes. Because they are such lovely, well-made little models of classic Nintendo characters. Right, moving on. Let's go. Another big format we listed this week. Oh my god, I'm going to get you excited now. Neo Geo CD! Yes, Neo Geo CD. And loads of super rare games. And loads English games. This is the thing about Neo Geo CD. Two versions, the Japanese and the English stroke USA versions. And I say English USA because the same versions were released in the UK. The Neo Geo CD console was released in the UK. So a lot of those games actually did come out here. And they're identical to the US ones. So it's weird. There's not many formats where you say the US and the UK ones are the same. But the Neo Geo CD is one of those. But the US ones are far rarer. It's a bigger hit in Japan than it was elsewhere. Neo Geo, you know, it was a Japanese thing, really. I mean, AES, most of the games are Japanese. So even for the big chunky AES cartridges, the Japanese ones not as valuable as the English ones. And for Neo Geo, that is pushed to the extreme because so few US, English versions sold compared to the Japanese ones, and even the Japanese ones didn't sell that much, so they're rare too. I was one of them don't forget to breathe situations. Let's start. World Heroes Perfect. Super rare. You're not going to find this anywhere. These games are so rare. You're just not going to find them. And I know they're fighting games. I know most people say, yeah, but you can play on emulation. But if you are a game collector and you've got a Neo Geo collection, you want the rarest games for it, don't you? So we've got World Heroes Perfect there. We've got even rarer World Heroes Jet. And again, English. I reside in the fists of God. That's where I reside, in the fists of God. It's a bit sweaty in there. Okay, now we've got look at this. This is incredible. This is Samurai Showdown 2. But it is sealed with the spine card, Japanese style spine card, but sealed. Neo Geo fans, this is the week, I tell you. Neo Geo CD fans, super rare, 300 quid this one. Riding Hero, fantastic racing game where the tilt, it's all about the tilt of the bike. Was the whole screen kind of jolts left and right. It was quite different when it came out. Very highly rated. Arcade racing game, like better than Hang On. It's better. I'll put it out there. It's better than Super Hang On. Sorry, Sega. Riding Hero was the business. There's quite a few of these. Don't worry. It's going to be like PS1. Real Bout Special. More fighting. Again, English version. Beautiful. Lovely. Really rare English version of the original Samurai Showdown. Even rarer than the third game. And look at that. That's the spine card. You know it. We love the spine cards. Oh, and it's in beautiful condition as well. Oh, spine cards. Spine card. You know, thank God for the spine cards. They put an extra level of rarity onto so many formats. Beautiful. And that's original English. You can't find this stuff. You won't find these on eBay. These are rarer than that. Here we've got a Samurai Showdown. It's all Samurai Showdown, these ones. Showdown 3. Obviously Neo Geo, king of beat 'em ups. Spine card. Yes! Got the spine card. We've got it. And there it is. Beautiful. Beautiful game. Let's go. Keep going. More fighting games. Yeah, King of the Fighters 95. There's loads of these, as you know, and you know the difference. They just keep changing their name. No, different characters, different moves. There was a very, very highly rated series, King of the Fighters. Yes, it's got the spine card. Oh, you're getting used to them now. Spine card this, spine card that, spine card the other. What we got now for King of Fighters 97, getting rarer. They get rarer the more recent they are. Spine card included. Beautiful. Yes, it is English. English, not the Japanese version. Not that the Japanese version isn't rare too, it is rare, but nowhere compared to the English one. King of Fighters 98, keep going, that's 96, 97, 98. Again, English. English! Oh, beautiful spine. Yes, spine card. Yes. Slugfest. That is King of Fighters 98. Okay, let's keep going. There's more, don't worry about that. This is the Super Spy, English. Ah, yes, English. We'll always have an England. Stamp out the terrorists. And again, beautiful. There's the spine card. Super, 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 super hyper rare. No, it's rarer than that. No, it's not rarer than that. Come down to earth. Golf. Yeah, top players golf. But it is really good on the Neo Geo. You've got to remember, this comes from a time when golf games were more arcadey, less simulaty. That's a good one. More arcadey, less simulatey. It's like take me out, isn't it? A bit. Got the spine card there. English. It's English. What's next? Oh, now we get into the good ones. Yes, highly rated, recently remade, and I really like the new version of it as well. Windjammers. Windjammers. That's like again out of bed in a draft. Windy jammies. That is weak. Now that was a weak one. I'll give you that. That was weak. I don't know why. No spine card for this one, but such a beautiful game and so rare in English. In English. Stop it. Yeah, it's a brilliant like a ski throwing. It's volleyball, kind of more fast fun. It's like a future sport weird game like Speedball, but better. Enough said. World Heroes, another World Heroes. This is super rare in English. This is the rarest World Heroes. This is the first one in English. Wow, mad. Look at that, lovely. World Heroes. Any more? A couple more Neo Geo CDs. That's World Heroes 2. World Heroes 2. What language? Oh, it's got the spine card. Beautiful. What language is this in? I can't remember. Swahili version. It's the rarest one. Swahili. Now we're getting rare. We're getting rare now. We've got real bout Fatal Fury. There's a lot of Fatal Fury today, isn't there? Fatal Fury for Neo Geo now. We had Mega CD. Oh no, it's Final Fight. Fatal Fury double F, Final Fight double F. Easy to get them mixed up, innit? Come on, give me a break. There's the spine card. Beautiful, lovely orange face on the disc. Any more? Yes, one of the rarest racing games. Not many racing games. It's the king. Well, not the king. It's the home of many amazing fighting games. So Neo Geo CD. If you're not into fighting games, most people wouldn't have it. But the other games, the racing games, are a lot of fun. I love games played from this perspective. I love this game so much. I'm going to show you a bit of it. Check out Drift Out. See what I mean? It's awesome, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I love the cornering. It's just the graphics. I don't know. To me, it epitomises retro racing. That kind of angle of the top-down racer. I love it. That is. I want to play it. I want to play it now. Okay. Any more? Yes. One last one. Another one of my favourites. And because it's not a fighting game, because the Neo Geo is home to some of the best arcade games ever, we put this in a sleeve, but it is actually sealed, brand new, and it is Viewpoint in English. Viewpoint in English. Now this is like a updated, they took the idea of Zaxxon, Sega Zaxxon, and they ran with it. And they developed it into one hell of an amazing game. And I first saw this, I actually saw this in the arcades the first time I ever saw this. And it just blew me away. The graphics literally blew me away. They might not blow you away now, but here's the graphics. What do you think? You feel it, aren't you? A little bit blown away. You want to play it, don't you? You do. It's a fantastic perspective for a shooter, isn't it? That isometric diagonal. I don't know. I still love it. I think Viewpoint, very good game, and I want to play it again. I want to play it again soon. What's left in the box?
What's in the box?
Yes,
What's
I know.
in the box? What's in the box?
Oh well, we had some books. Got some books, something different. There's not much left in the box. We have done most of it. We've raced through these games. Lots of games in today's episode. Now this is an unusual book. This is. It looks like what the heck is this? It's a Japanese brochure for PS1. Now they got such cool stuff in Japan compared to what we have. They never released things like this. I mean, imagine this was available Tokyo Game Show. So you've got a book, this book, which is like highlights loads of new releases. Ico's there, I saw it. Oh, it's PS2. It's PS2. Oh, look, you can see there's the screen there for the PS1. And then you've got a DVD. There's like a DVD of all the demos of all the new games coming out, and you see, and it's still sealed in the packet. And then you've got this additional Spring 2001 guidebook, which covers basically all the releases. When was it? In 2001, Spring 2001, which is 21 years ago. I know this seems like a new thing, doesn't it? But it's not. It's not. It's blimmin' ancient. Blimmin' ancient. What was we doing in 2001? Hard to say, innit? I can't even remember. I still thought that was a very interesting item. I mean, promo items. They are more exciting, aren't they? Because they weren't distributed normally. They were given away, or even this bag's a bit. Yeah, it's done. So yeah, so they're rare. They're rare, but they're also exciting. They're not really sure what's out there. There's no proper documentation of how many promotional items a company puts out when they're promoting a game or promoting a console or a range of games. And in Japan, Nintendo did this as well. They release a booklet which is full of all the new releases for that particular season. I don't suppose they do it anymore. They have Nintendo Direct now. But back then, you really could you could save the catalogues and have a whole wodge of different catalogues charting all the releases by a certain company. And I think, we missed out there in the West. We didn't get that. Moving on. Quickly, here is a mega rarity for one of your favourite consoles, and that is for Sega Dreamcast, and that is the GameWorks book. Now, if you don't know what this is, where have you been? The GameWorks book is written by Yu Suzuki, the king of arcade games. And don't think Yu Suzuki, oh yeah, Shenmue. No, Yu Suzuki made some of the greatest, with AM2, made some of the greatest coin-op games you've ever played. And this book is all about his work, and it's got loads of pictures which I can't show you. Loads of pictures of his early work and his, graphic design and everything, which came up with the brilliant coin-ops that the famous coin-ops like Afterburner and stuff like that. I can't show you because this one is sealed. But the most amazing thing about this book is it comes with a game disc, and the game disc has five games you cannot get on the Dreamcast unless you buy this book. And we're talking actual Sega produced arcade games that you can't get unless you buy the book. And the games are, yes, who's who of amazing games: Super Hang On, Space Harrier, Outrun, Afterburner and Power Drift. I mean, seminal, like the best Sega coin-ops. Well, from my generation anyway. The best Sega coin-ops. And if you buy this book, you can actually play them all on your Dreamcast. Now, you can play them on other formats, I know, but the Dreamcast versions are brilliant. I mean, the Dreamcast had the grunt to run them properly. They tried on Saturn, you know, Saturn's okay. The Saturn, you know, those compilations, what's it called? You know, those compilation games where you can play Afterburner and stuff on the Saturn, they're pretty good, but the Dreamcast games, they run even better, and better TV output, better resolution. And that's the only way you can play it. GameWorks, incredibly expensive and rare book, and it is sealed. Let's move on. We have some Game Boy. Game Boy we're going to finish off on. Game Boy. We need to get Game Boy. Very small games. We have Pokemon. We've got Pokemon Yellow there. We don't get many Pokemon cards because there's so many counterfeit ones. We've got Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Ruby. There's another one, I think. We got Pokemon Fire Red. Now these have really gone crazy in value, and it's not surprising because they will not let Pokemon go, will they? They've got Niantic making their walking around getting Pokemon games, still hugely popular. Pokemon on TV, Pokemon on films, Pokemon dressed as a detective, Pokemon games. I mean, it's a franchise that's more than a franchise, isn't it? You could definitely. They have pop-up shops for Pokemon, but they could have a Pokemon shop that's permanently open, I'm sure, and make loads of money. I think there is in Tokyo. Anyway, just some Pokemon games because I don't show them very often. This is a really good game for Game Boy Advance. Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. And this has got a sensor in it that rolls around and it actually can tell where you're moving your Game Boy around. And you can actually control the game with motion, which... You know, it's relatively, you can do that with your PlayStation now, but back then this was a new technology, it was a new thing, and it's actually a really good game. It's a Nintendo first party game, which not many people have. So there you go, Yoshi's Universal Gravitation, and it's green like Yoshi, which is nice. And then the last game I want to show you, well, I've got a Game Boy. We've got a nice Game Boy in this week. Let's have a look. It's a lovely Game Boy Color. It's green. Can you tell? You couldn't tell. Yeah, it's green, really lovely condition. But we also got this game, and I thought I could finish off the show by showing this game, and that is Xenon 2. Xenon 2. It's a Mega Blast on the Game Boy, and I was thinking, I don't remember ever playing that. Not on the Game Boy. It's an Amiga classic. It's on my Amiga video. I think I played it, didn't I, on the my Amiga videos, you know, down below somewhere, the original. And it's come out and other things on Master System, and you know, is it on Mega Drive? Yeah, I think this is. But what about on the Game Boy? And I thought, well, what a way to sign off for the week. Let's have a bit of a blast and see what it's like. So let's see. Let's see if I can get a good light. No shadows. It's hard, isn't it? Hard with the Game Boy Color, not backlit. I should have done this on an SP or something. Oh God, it's like Reflection City. Oh, can you hear it? Turn this up, is it any louder? There you go. Right, let's start. Start. Level 1. Okay. Can you see this? Helps if I choose to fire up. It's pretty good actually, isn't it? I can't even see if I'm firing or not. There we go. Oh, Bomb the Bass to be proud. Listen to that. I mean, it's basic, but it is Xenon 2 running on a Game Boy, and I thought, wow, that's pretty special. So I played it now, and now you know what it's like, and now you can think, not for me. Anyway, I think that is empty. The box is empty, the show is done. Thank you for watching. Until next week, Retro Gamers!
Retro games.